And the purpose of this presentation is to revise the GMS School Improvement Plan that is presently in place. So you might ask yourself, for new teachers, what is the TWC survey? It's an anonymous statewide survey of teachers and other licensed school-based educators to assess teaching conditions at the school, district, and the state level. It's done biannually, so every 2 years they ask for our voices as educators to how it is that we can improve what is happening at our school in particular. Alright, so it determines strengths and also areas for improvement, opportunities in our school. And we being at Greer, we know that we have to take this kind of data point in order to make decisions going forward. 5 areas of focus in the TWC. We analyzed areas concerning empowerment, how it is that we're empowering our teachers to lead on a classroom basis as well as school-wide basis. Leadership, we analyze our leadership, that's our admin staff. Facilities, what is it that we have working with, and the resources that we have working with, how it is that we allot them and distribute them for the benefit of teachers as well as the students. And how is it that we use our time here at Greer. Active SI or SIOP team members, Dr. Holdrup, the principal, and myself, I teach 7th and 8th grade. Ms. Wanda Reed, who is also part of my cohort, Doreen Brown, Alicia Bigby Smart, and Miss Lisa Jones. We've met as a parent engagement cadre to analyze some of this data as well. Now, based on the results, according to the data, only 87% of the teachers or staff here at Greer completed the survey. So this is an area for improvement. We want 100% for the next survey. So bear that in mind. I'm thinking that we could have it as a sitting in the PLT where everybody sits and gets it done at the same time, right across the grade levels. Demographically at Greer, we know that we have 51.4% African American students, 60.2% Caucasian, 22 Hispanic, and 0.3 Asian, 9.7 multiracial students. So we have a diverse population, but for the most part, we are serving African American students. And they're also of low socioeconomic background. So most of them cannot afford the resources, or they don't have the support at home that they need. So we have to bear that in mind when we are making decisions for them. According to the TWC, only 43.9% of teachers felt that the school took steps to solve problems. That's an area that we could consider for improvement. That has decreased from 70.83% when this was school was being led by a different administrator. So that's something that we need to think about. Why is it that less than 50% of the teachers feel that the admin is not taking steps to solve problems that exist? Only 46.15% of the teachers felt the faculty had an effective process for making good decisions and to solve problems. If you were to reflect on some of the activities that we have here, how it is that we come together as a group to make decisions, or is it just as soon as the problem arises, then we probably are going through a text message to get solutions? We don't meet before to come up with a plausible solution before the time arises. So we need to look at that, how it is that we actually come up with decisions to solve problems. Looking at school leadership, looking at historical agreement analysis, we revealed that only 28.21 teachers agree that there is an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. This is in reality. Teachers feel that they can't trust those who are in charge of us. That's also an area for in-depth analysis and improvement. How it is that we improve that. Only 33.3% of teachers felt that the faculty and staff had a shared vision. How it is that we inculcate and share the vision and mission of Greer Middle School. How many of us can repeat it or even write it down? what are we going to be doing going forward? Some of our solutions, we can add it to our emails. We can ask students to recite it each day. And what they've done as an initiative to this is at our PLT on the agenda, they've asked us to put in our vision and mission every week. So that's part of familiarizing us with the vision and mission and having a shared vision and mission for the school. Because if everybody have their own concept of where they're going, we're going to end up in different points. We have to have one consensus and know that we're following. It may look different in your classroom, but at the end of the day, what do I want to accomplish? And if you notice that this has decreased from 78% under the previous administration, that's worrying. Facilities and resources. This is kind of a strong area for us. 69.23% of teachers agree that they had adequate space to work productively. So space is not a problem at Greer. And in addition, 79.49% of teachers agreed that they have sufficient access to digital content and resources. And that is true if you're looking at our day-to-day activity. We have one-to-one Chromebooks and we have our broadband internet, which we are able to access wherever we are at different points on the compound. So that is not a problem for us. We can look for improvement in that, but this area is not one that is as worrying as what we looked at for leadership there. As it relates to teachers having sufficient access to reliable communication, 74.36% agree that it was adequate, which is also good. On the downside of the survey, teachers felt that the physical environment and classroom did not support teaching and learning. So in particular, from my perspective as a science teacher, we don't even have sinks to work with, all right? We don't have a chemical laboratory that we can go together and teach these students the real science that we would want. So we're having to improvise. I'm having to go